Well, after a four-city crazy trip, I left Tulsa at 10:45. I landed in Copenhagen around 10:45. Both at the same time. Where did the day go? So this is my first real look at a European city. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, the layover from Stockholm to Copenhagen, I had to sprint to make my flight. So, you know, first crazy part of the trip. I decided to take the metro over to the hotel. Usually I walk, I know, but my backpack and my laptop bag are killing my back. So I had to be a wuss and ride the train. So I was looking at it, I was like, holy crap, they have credit here in the city? And I realized this is actually Tivoli Gardens, right here in the middle of the city. It's crazy. Okay, there's our hotel. But I got here way too early. And I realized that dinner is not until 8 and it's only 12. And I'm dying. So I'm going to the mall. So I was warned about European hotel rooms and how they're different than American hotel rooms. For one, yeah, they are pretty small. But I'm very happy with the fact that they do have a bathroom. I wasn't entirely sure if that would be the case. And none of the power circuits worked when I got in here. And they're like, well, did you stick your key in the little white thing when you came in? And I was like, I've never heard of that before. So yeah, none of the outlets work unless you put your key in this little box. Weird. Alright, we are kicking this trip off with the world's oldest park, 1583. Forgot to wish it a happy 400th birthday, but I'll catch it for its 500th. Bakken. Alright, first ride of the trip. It's gonna be a crazy one. So Tornado had a crazy first drop and a crazy last drop. Middle, not too crazy. Kind of a disappointment. Said boost mode wasn't ready yet. Might be ready later. We have to leave at 3. I don't know if it's going to be ready, but I would say Tornado was a bit of a disappointment for the first ride, but still pretty fun. So we're going to try this old wooden coaster called Rutschebanen, which means roller coaster. Rutschebanen. Very old wooden coaster with some modern trains. It was pretty mild. Long ride though, it was really nice. And it had that really cool double down. They had 2 of those. And they're really awesome, but it makes the lap bar stable you. So that was a pretty solid ride. I can't complain about that one. And they're running 3 trains, which is awesome. It is a Saturday, so you know, it is what it is. So far, I've walked on everything, which is pretty nice. Got this fancy all-you-can-ride wristband. We got 4 hours, we got 5 credits. Got to get some re-rides on these things too. So the Wild Mouse was, okay, it was just a Wild Mouse. There's nothing really special about it. So what's cool about this park is that it opened in 1583 as kind of like a place where people would come to like get water, like clean water from a magic spring. They thought it had like healing powers. So it became like a tourist attraction. Started getting performers to come around here. And today, almost 450 years later, it's a decent sized amusement park. So it's funny how those things happen. So is it possible for a mine train to be the best ride in the park? Mine train Ulven, so I guess means mine train wolf. That was insane in the back row. The first drop was nuts. There's like no clearances in this park whatsoever. You can like hit your hand on anything, and like if you're on the Rutschebanen over here, you can smack your hand against the support. Here, you're gonna get whacked in the face with a tree branch. Just what it is. So just cover your face. So this is like a very re-rideable mine train, I would say. Best ride in the park? Right now, I'd say yes, but waiting for boost mode. This ride is called Jeepin'. And yeah, it is exactly what it sounds like. Hey Ryan, I got one of your coaster idiots.
I've now been hired by Airtime Thrills. We're part-time workers.
Yeah.
Like you've had what, Nate on the show.
Part-time,
Mike.
Part pay.
Yeah. At least Chris is actually paying me.
It's I mean, like, if you can call it that.
We're splitting the rent. We're roommates.
That's true. We're roomies on this trip. Well, at least today. I don't know what's going on after this, but
no, we're splitting the rent. Chris is covering. Just had to take more from El Toro Ryan.
If I can take from El Toro Ryan, I'm going to take some of your subscribers too, because you got way too many now.
Because we're not even in the country anymore, so Ryan, you have no
jurisdiction
say over me right now. No jurisdiction.
And with that kiddie coaster, we have completed the Bakken credits.
We got the Bakken 5.
Yes. Oh, what's the best ride here? Mine Train?
That Mine Train's really good.
Ridiculous. Oh, there's Tornado. Gotta get boost mode. All right, Tornado. Ooh, almost got run over by a tractor. Okay. Can't get killed on this trip. Boost mode. Wow. No, that wasn't boost mode. It was a lot better though. We got an unbalanced train on Tornado, and yeah, that was a little more legit. Had to spin it pretty good, seeing some stars afterwards, and a little bit dizzy. So that's how you know it's a good ride. The front was a little bit rough. Really staples you after that first double down, right in your stomach too, so that kind of stinks. There's also like some weird stuff. I don't know what din fart means. I'll probably look it up before the video, but they have a sign. Whoop, almost got run over by another tractor. And then there's some like very inappropriate image on one of the tunnels, which you definitely will not see that in America, that's for sure. Alex, you trying to pronounce that name?
Yeah, close enough.
Haunted dark ride. That's all I can do. All right, usually I'm a big wuss when it comes to haunted trains, but I rode that one, and it wasn't anything to get scared of. It was kind of like a poor man's haunted house, which was fine with me, because if it was legit, I probably would have messed my pants. So one thing about this park I noticed is that there's like no clearances anywhere. Like I got hit in the ear with a branch on the mine train, and you can just like stick out your hand and touch anything. On this carousel, you can just like hop on whenever you want. No gates, no nothing. They're very trusting here. Like I said, very trusting. It's just beyond the Wild Mouse. It's like the woods. I don't know what the heck's down here. Let's see exactly where this takes us. Well, if you want to get away from the park for a while and have some peace and quiet, look at this place. It's like paradise, except there's no credits here. Okay, so that trail just keeps going forever. I think I've gone far enough. The park is still, you can kind of see it over there. Okay, that's enough for my random detour outside the park. One great thing about Bakken is the operations. Like, they whip these things out like crazy. Not just on the Wild Mouse, but on every train, like every ride. The restraints are pretty minimal. They have moving stations, so most of the rides you're actually getting off while the train's still moving. And yeah, I mean, it's Saturday. We have not waited more than like 5 or 10 minutes for anything, which is awesome. It's not because it's not crowded, it's because operations are great. If I have one takeaway from this trip, and it's only the first day, first park, but Intamin is awesome at mine trains. So Intamin, more mine trains, please. We all want it. The tractor that keeps trying to run me over. Not today, tractor. So that is it. That's our 4 hours at Bakken. Good first park to hit up, but we're not done for the day. We are going back to main, like downtown Copenhagen, hitting up Tivoli Gardens for my first ever non-American B&M, so let's go. Also, turns out some people did get boost mode today. That pisses me off a little bit, but apparently it wasn't that much better, and I thought the second ride I got was pretty crazy. So, Tornado, a little bit of disappointment. Mine Train, yes, so that made up for it. And just like that, Tivoli Gardens. Doesn't look like a park. It's nice, but where's the rides? You know, I thought this park would be small because it's kind of on a city block in the middle of Copenhagen, but this place is huge. Already lost. Alright, my first un-American B&M. And you know it's not American because it only has 6 rows. It was pretty intense. Kind of short ride, but definitely not a bad ride. I would say best ride of the trip? Probably not, but pretty good. I can't complain.
Seriously, every ride is encrusted in gold. And then that would be the official score.
Waited in line for the kitty credit, regret nothing. I needed it, I got it. There's a literal pirate ship. That is cool. Look at that thing. Yep, so this is why they call it Tivoli Gardens. It's more than just coasters. This coaster is so old. This thing's over 100 years old now, right?
I believe so. I think it might have just celebrated.
100-something-year-old coaster. The mighty Brakeman. Here's to you, Brakeman.
Airtime Thrills presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today, we salute you, Mr. Rushabanan Brakeman, sitting on your throne all day and stopping the train by hand.
Can't stop me now.
Lap after lap, day after day, we put our lives in your hands without even knowing your name or credentials.
I think that I can trust you.
You've lapped this coaster so many times, it would make any Thuzy anywhere jealous of your ride count. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, nary time for a pee break.
Get me to a bathroom.
Here's to you, Brakeman. Now, take it easy on that lever. I want some airtime.
Rushabanan, one of my most anticipated coasters in the trip. Really fun ride, super smooth, brakeman, everything, all that stuff's awesome, but I did not get one iota of airtime on that. So, a little disappointed with the people who said that it was an airtime machine. It's not, but still a fun ride, so can't complain too much. Milky Way coaster, mock power coaster, it was worth the wait. They have horrendous loading practices. It couldn't be less efficient, but in the end, the ride was worth it. Some good laterals, some good speed, nice views. Thumbs up.
A lovely butterfly helps Thumbelina sail away from Mother Toad and her ugly son.
Disgusting. Hey Mark, best row on Rushabanan. I didn't catch any of that stuff you were talking about, thank God.
Oh, yeah, good.
Best row on this ride, what is it?
I rode the front. Back
front?
row, we gotta try the front though, honestly. I gotta see the airtime going up.
Okay.
Check it out.
Alright, hopefully I get something on this ride, because last time I got nothing. Alright, Rushabanan front row was, first couple hills were awesome, after that it kind of died. So, I'm gonna try to get the back row, but we are literally the last people in line. So we'll see if we can swing that. Alright, here we go. Last cycle.
I'm about to get off
And this-
of the roller coaster.
It's going to be it. Last ride of the night. Well, last Friday on Rushabanen, we got row 6. Couldn't swing the back because we were the last ones. They kind of forced us into it. Pretty forceless, but that ride, for being 108 years old or 109 years old, still pretty darn good for that.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so that is a wrap on a very long day. Got the last ride of the night on Rushabanen, and yeah, it was just what a crazy first park day in Europe. So that's it for now. We're going to some smaller parks tomorrow. I get to experience the dog park coaster, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time.